There it is. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome our live streamers. Welcome everybody to the first Women Orators Wednesdays of 2025. We are so excited to have all of you here rocking out with us. Let's give some snaps for ourselves, some silent snaps going. We are virtual this month, but we will be back in person next month. I want to give a huge shout out to the world famous Nuyorican Poets Cafe, to the Low East Sider Center, where we normally reside, and to all the amazing staff at the Low East Sider Center and all of our staff that's here rocking with us today, too. We have Ron on the tech. We have Jasmine here supporting, and I'm sure some of the rest of the team may pop in on us. I'm a part of the Nuyorican team, and I'm so grateful to be that La Bruja blessed me with being able to host with this platform. And I'm so grateful to celebrate women and all of the amazing things that we do and our voices, and being a part of a platform that was designed to highlight and to magnify our voices. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to hear something. I encourage you to share something, share something vulnerable, something that as Jahaz and Abu, one of my mentors, would say, you haven't done the stage justice if you haven't risked anything when you left it. So I encourage you to risk something, and yeah, get something off your chest. We're gonna go 2 rounds. So feel free to get out what you want to get out for your first round, and we're gonna circle back around. And got 3 minutes. If you're doing 2 pieces, do 2 2-minute pieces. You got 4 minutes if you're doing 2 pieces. And that's it. We're gonna get started. I'll give you a little signal, let you know when you hitting your 3 or 4 minute mark. And with that being said, we're gonna get started. So to start us off, we have Charlie. Give it up for Charlie, y'all.
Hi. All right, this poem is called 30. All right. I don't know if I feel young anymore. Everything hurts from my neck, my back, to my knees. And with every crack, the pain comes back to remind me that the release I need is often beyond my means. Chiropractor, not covered. Egg freezing, not covered. Pray the man you give your body to every weekend, every 3 a.m. when he knows you'll bend, could become your husband, not covered. You're darn sure not lovers. He just treats you like the others. During the 10 years you dated, during the 10 years you waited to know what love felt like. But you just learned that touch felt nice. Said it was their love language, but it was just their pink flags and how lust looks, right? Young girl, that man won't even stay till the morning. When he walks through the door, he'll just leave you in mourning. Took 30 years to learn that my self-esteem would only grow in knowing that I was loved by God in a way greater than any man could. Love me. I kneeled down in a pool one day with my pastor's hands above me and bent my body in the depths of the water in that Harlem school where my church held me down like his daughter as I was reborn. Knowing all the things I know and being all the places I've been, I have learned that getting older isn't a sin. It is a blessing. I think they're messing with our minds as they count the lines on women's faces as we age, but count the wages of men as they lay down young girls in beds they shouldn't be in. We easily turn from something like trophy wives to collector's items, in which we are placed with the newest lines of ingenues. Poor little women situation, I've been in it, but I spin it, but I pivot to a vision of myself as autonomous in view. I live for me, aging gracefully. I will not stay dumb young for you. When I was 22, a 56-year-old man I met at college during Parents' Weekend lured me to his home, made me feel like I was his own. My daddy issues kicked in that day. Mine hadn't been alive since I was 9, and I was afraid as he kissed me, served me weed, and poured me wine, took off some of my clothes and more of my innocence. I shouldn't have been surprised when I turned 25 and he mentioned the allure of a girl who was 17. See, youth is preyed upon, yet people prey upon God to live another year, especially in areas where people's lives are cut short when bombs fall upon their homes from others so hateful. So as I stand at 30 on this stage, I am grateful that I know more than what I knew, and I've been more places than I've been to save me from the sins of people who handle youth as an entity to be abused. So much female blues in this world, from young girls new in this world, little knowledge of the weight of angels in our lives. If you ask me to turn back time, I will look forward to the love I have in mind and respectfully decline.
Wow, Charlie, so powerful. Whew. Wow. So
Thank you.
powerful.
You know what? How about we'll ask everyone to unmute themselves and give a big round of applause. Wow, that was amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah. Please unmute yourself and give Charlie some love for that.
That's how
Now,
you do it. Like, seriously.
yes.
Yes.
And I felt the
So
beginning
well
of that. I'm
done.
like, as soon as I hit 30, my back felt different.
Literally.
Okay. Immediately was with you.
Yeah. Beautiful even in its vulnerability.
Yes. So powerful, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up next, Dr. Z. You ready?
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. The mic's all yours.
Cool. This is like my first women's event since I transitioned. So
Oh,
um,
well, we welcome Doctor.
that was 5 years ago. So I'm quite nervous.
Oh.
Okay, this one's called Daddy's Trans Daughter Issues.
Mm.
My dad's called me many names. Champ, buddy, my boy. Words you may think are good to hear, but boy, oh boy, the first time he said the words sweetheart and daughter, it was a gender reveal party that felt like God patting my head. Because daddy issues mean something different to transgender women. I needed a dad who hugged like an oak's trunk, protecting me with spreading branches, adorning my budding plants that unfold into feminine petals inked with floral fragrance. Distant winds carry the rustling of pronouns with the welcome sound of she, her, hers. Instead, my dad named me Michael, the Archangel, as he wanted me to rise strong above weighted blankets of conditional love that conditioned me to achieve his dreams of having a son. I was a druid trapped in a tower with vines of hair wrapped around her neck because she couldn't live in the isolation of being raised the wrong sex. Now, as an adult, I'm sporadically shocked with the 100-volt surges of the urges I was insulated from in childhood. I search for someone who calls himself daddy, who enters the holes made by my daddy. Holes in my heart flow with murmurs begging for the sound of daughter. The wounds of his words left a bloody scar beating. Boy, 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 boy. Still, I know he loves me. He raised me a boy only unwittingly, and he keeps doing beautiful things that surprise me. I never knew what a good dancer he was until he cradled me close at a family wedding. He whispered, "You better believe I'm gonna lead." His arms dipped me into a Big Dipper filled to the brim with female gender. I saw stars of euphoria, his legs rooted to the floor while holding me out to relatives who witnessed his support of me. Yet I'm the hypocrite because I stole my son's father from him. Michael's a missing face on a milk carton, forgotten to fading photos before there ever was Facebook. On Christmas, I listened to my son telling Santa to bring him a daddy, to be like the other children he would see at school, a place where in some states I'm a criminal just for picking him up at the bus circle and using the correct bathroom. There wouldn't be so much hatred of the transgender community if we changed the stories we pass on to our children to transition fables of empathy and understanding into the shared reality held by our daddies. Father, you gave me everything with one word. It didn't take 7 days to create me, but 7 years of work to culminate with the flowers you sent and a note reading, "I'm proud. You're my daughter." Poem.
Wow, can we unmute and give Dr. Z some love? That was so incredibly powerful. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you. Mm.
wow.
So brave as always. Amazing.
Woo!
Indeed. I
All
have
the
a friend
stories
who
we need
says
to
from
hear.
brilliance to brilliance, and it's like that, from brilliance to brilliance.
Thank you for sharing that.
I love the boy part. Like the way you use sounds is really cool.
Yeah, it was really, really powerful. And and so important. And just so thank you for sharing your heart with us and just your story as well too. So important to hear. Thank you. All right. Coming up next. Oh, we have We got La Bruja in the house, y'all. Hey, hi, Bru.
Hi, here. Felicia Cade doing 2025 big with us.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh, it's such an honor. It's such an honor. We got the queen in the house, you guys. It's such an honor to have you here, Bru.
Thank you. I'm not camera ready because I'm exhausted, but I'm listening to all of you. I'm like filling my soul, and I'm just so grateful. And thank you, Felicia, for carrying the torch for
Yeah.
Conceived at the opening of the cafe after the pandemic, and because of you, it's going strong. So
yeah. Oh, thank you, Bru. And we're so blessed to have you in this space. And we may be blessed to get a small poem from Bru. Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay, Bru.
Okay. Love all of you. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. We're gonna keep it going. Azuka, are you ready?
Since everybody's going vulnerable for the first one, I'm gonna go there.
Yes. That's a beautiful way to start.
Streets take. Oh,
we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that better? All right. Today, I realized when I walked down the street, took the train, rode the bus, or simply looked like a woman, my head had to be on a tilt and swivel to protect myself from a predator with high potential to act on impulses and publicly commit offenses. Today, I realized when I walked down the street, took the train, ride the bus, or simply looked like a Black woman, my head has to be on tilt and swivel to protect myself from people who enjoy the exotic, because sex with me is already erotic and my body is already disproportionate to you, so wait for my approval. Is that hard to do? My body was never yours in the first place. It's just your ancestors that believed they were owed their own personal stake. Yet I cook better than you, I clean better than you, and I raise your children to be geniuses outside of school. But yet I am worth less than a few acres, horses, and a mule. Does that seem right to you? Today, when I walk down the street, take the train, ride the bus, or simply look like a Latino woman, my head has to be on tilt and swivel to protect myself from those who crave their spicy food. Want me to clean in the nude and forget my traditions. In this land, I am overruled. Desire my language, but could care less about their roots. Today, when I walk down the street, take the train, ride the bus, or simply look like an Arab woman, my head has to be tilt and swivel to protect myself from those who are itching to tear off the hijab, who dream of 48 virgins and think God sent me to them to satisfy their carnal urges. Why can't we wait to dominate me, using religion as their safety? But today, I realize when I walk down the street, take the train, ride the bus, or simply look like an Indian woman, my head has to be on tilt and swivel to protect myself from those who blame me for existing, blame me for being, blame me for saying something to provoke the gang rape I may see, who act like innocent bystanders by public melee. I matter too. The 23 chromosomes of you are me. I am the difference you want to see. I have dreams. I can change the world, and all you have to do is educate me. So stop taking advantage of what I do not allow everyone to see. There is more to me than hair, ass, and titties, so have some respect, please. Your mother was once like me.
Come on, Zuka. Let's unmute and give some love. So powerful.
Oof.
So powerful. So true. That head on the swivel. Oof.
Tilt and swivel. Love that.
Thank you.
So powerful. Thank you, Zuka. All right. We're going to keep it going. Aubrey Adams.
Hi.
Hi, Aubrey. You ready? Coming from Atlanta, y'all.
Coming from Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Just 1 second.
No problem.
Okay. Excuse my voice. I do have a little bit of cold. But this poem is called Love Again. I want to love again and again. I want it to end, the bad stuff. I'm so embarrassed. Not knowing how you feel is a terrorist. Not only seeing the light, but now feeling terrific. Yeah, maybe the past was something horrific, but the present is a gift, and the future blooms with every breath. I forgive, align, I love again and again. The terror propels me forward and back into the fear of losing you or myself. I must love the terror, and the terror must love me. At least this thing my hand can hold, bold enough to say this thing, holy and the cure, it will never leave me. This relationship is faithful, pure. I only call it terror. At no nickname, it stays the same, demands respect and all of your attention. You could slip and it wouldn't forgive you, and for that I forgive it. It just wanted to make me a cleaner softness. Oh, the terror of it all. I run into the wall of this connection, resurrection to the reality of being human. Every morning, mourning the boundaries of this lifetime, the confinement of this dimension. Maybe there's another world, but it follows me into my sleep. It goes so deep. Sometimes I want to know it just so I can never meet it again. I just love again and again. The fangs of remembering have faded into forgiveness, behaving better, weather the weather. No deadline, it's mine forever. I love again. Remember the effect of kindness, still need to be reminded day to day that every heart's the same, wanting to give and receive, wanting to believe. I love. Malice does not protect, as the other realms can see the real intent to try to vent all that's wrong with the world. To my core, I am love, and so are you. We just need to meet darkness with illumination, enlightenment. Chop wood and carry water, love again and again, same thing. Practice what you preach. Who leads us better than love? They are trying their best, I say in my head. Moments of frustrations pass, but the impact of your soul will last. I let go of the terror yet again and let them in. To my heart, love is simple. It creates joy, a smile, dimples. Terror wants to pimp her out. Life will try to make you fear and regret horror, but amour is what I wore. Even great trees with great roots bend in a storm. Muscles and auras and souls can be tore. A wound can be sore, but pain has a floor and healing no ceilings. Achieving starts with believing. Love is the greatest chore and the most fun. It's you I adore. No more terror. Do you hear her? No error. Expansion can't scare her. It's fair conditions permanently now. Tuned in and blissed out. Better days ahead. I'd love again and again. Just love me again and again. I will love you again and again. Every day to the very end.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Can we unmute and get Aubrey some love?
Me on that journey. I loved it. Loved it.
Yes. Oh, the terror. Oh, the terror and the bliss of love, right?
Yes.
The terror and the bliss. That's a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece, Aubrey.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to keep it going. Kayla. You ready, Kayla?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Floor is yours.
Thank you, thank you. So this poem is called Cluttered Thoughts. Sorry. I watched my mother clutter her home to distract her from what was really going on. I inherited it. Plants in every corner to be pretty, but really to retract her from her mental stability, trying to distract her from the mortgage, the phone bill, car note, and what the children really gonna eat. The motherly bill constantly repeats that damn first of the month always succeeds, and this anger within me comes from all the stress and ignorance around me and aims its bullets at those who irritate me. Maybe that's why they label me angry black girl. The girl who seems to have no mental stability, but how can I have stability with no foundation under me? I've had trauma from a young age. Why are you so sensitive, Kay? I try not to be, but I put up walls, but then my thoughts become louder than me. I put the walls down and society eats at me, and I don't know if I should run away or stay and handle like the strong woman I'm supposed to be. And I know I'm a G, but everything overstimulates me. Performing this poem causes grief, reminds me that the healing process keeps sinking my feet, reminds me that I cannot survive unless I'm angry, so I stitch it on me. Branded angry black woman. But I try not to be. I try not to let the world consume me, assume shit about me, assume that my mother and me are angry when really our emotions been knotted up by Girl Scouts, and every time we loosen the knot, it gets tight on me and I can't breathe, can't see, can't feel me. And my mother always told me, your home represents your mind. I watched my mother
clutter her home with plants. I inherited. I began cluttering my room with journals and pens, making poems into my therapy sessions. And that's my poem.
Wow. Can we unmute and give Kayla some love?
All right. Woo!
Yes.
So powerful,
Goosebumps.
Kayla, and
Wow.
vulnerable.
I love the connection between the home and the mind. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I caught that at the beginning too. That's a great way to open that.
I like the Girl Scout thing with the knots. That was cool.
Thank you.
Yes, so powerful. Thank you, Kayla. All right, coming up next, our very own Jasmine, who has a book out. By the way. Jasmine, you ready? You gonna drop something?
Yeah, I'm ready. Got some new shit for you.
New shit? Can we all unmute and say new shit?
New shit.
New shit. There we go.
All right. My heart begs for a pause, beating heavy and slow, pumping out blood and empathy. My mind is on a fast forward, playing a highlight reel of family trauma. My limbs move in reverse. The hands of my ancestors pull my arms back, their bloody prints painting my skin. As they yell their battle cry into my waiting ears, we were born to fight because the battles will never stop. That's all I got. Thank you.
Let's go, Jasmine. Powerful piece. Really powerful. So good to hear your voice. What's the name of your book again, too, Jasmine?
Petals of the Red Dahlia.
Yes, Petals of the Red Dahlia. And they can find that on
AmazonBookshop.org and a bunch of other sites I will happily share if you find me on Instagram at jasmineg.nyc.
Yes. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine's also part of the team at the New Yorican Cafe. And she's, you know what I'm saying? The team is multifaceted. Well, that was our first round. You got, no. We got one more. Lantern Carrier is going to drop something. And I'll drop something after Lantern.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
I'll do my piece for the New Yorican Cafe tomorrow night. So you have a preview of Attitude Adjustment, Altered Mental State, a theme given by Elemental.
Yeah.
Soaring on a dawnlit crest of beauty, I move forward from my yesterdays to more promising tomorrows. I have left the flares and firecrackers behind me, however enchanting, for within them lay the heavy stains of my sorrows. Now I ascend the vision of my tomorrows, walking the lost path of renewal and growth. I soar like a bird, me, with a new will to climb mountains, moving towards the wings of progress, leaving my tunnels and caverns behind me. I have shed woes on my fragile emotions, and like a lover and his paramour, became entangled in the web of a spider's labyrinth. Knocked almost senseless by wanton desires, I also suffered the bewitchment of fake news, coating the blood of the helpless with justifiable rationale. This happens when power, greed, insecurity, and fear covers the grandeur of the joy of the soul. Now I am adjusting my attitude in many ways. First, food and nutrition, as Christmas persuaded me to return to demons long since forgotten. Now I have begun to recognize the value of fruits and vegetables, as well as the healing qualities of drinking water. I am adjusting my attitude to physical and mental health, as well as emotional well-being, to ensure a peaceful rest, to sleep more, hug myself more, transform the ghost of self-loathing into mood enhancers and weapons of harmony in love. I am adjusting my attitude to spiritual growth, to purpose, as without pure intentions, I will not set goals for visionary tomorrows, no discipline, and no plan of action worth embarking upon. As such, I have altered my gloominess to a state of positivity and joy. I have decided that it is useless to worry about the things I cannot change, conflicts, politics and injustices will come and go as humans continue to be callous to one another. O love, grant me the capacity to worship, to pray, adore, give praise, to reach out to the healing rays of the invisible, to awaken the heart of inner hunger in humans. For your way is one of transformation, of love, only to illumine the dark filament of our illustrious light. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
All right.
Oh, can we unmute and give some love? Oh, that's beautiful, Lantern.
Deep.
And powerful.
Thank you.
As usual, from the very first moment. And mind you guys, I met Lantern in London.
What?
You did?
I met Lantern in London at Flow Vortex about
That's
4
right.
years
That's
ago.
right. I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you from you were at my first Flow Vortex.
Yeah,
in South London.
Your shape has, your face has changed a little bit. You know, it's been a few years, right?
It's a little chunky.
Well, I last saw you at the Poetry Festival in New York. I think that's where I saw you last 2 years ago.
Yeah, and
or
2
maybe
years
3
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. See, so full circle moment.
Indeed.
So much love, Lantern. So much love.
Thank you all. Happy New Year.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one to close out our first round. This is half of it is new. I'm trying to work this out for my performance on Sunday, so you guys get a little preview before I do my little poetry and hip hop thing. What you niggas gonna do with all that power? Ain't that always the question? Ain't that always the concern? Why they killed our Martin? Why they watch us so close? Tap our vibrational cords, gave us a devil to blame. What you niggas gonna do with all that power? Ain't that always the question? Ain't that always the motherfucking concern? What you niggas gonna do with all that power? It was all a premonition. So let this be my testament. I believed everything God said, even when I didn't have the evidence. Built the boat on dry land with my bare hands without a cloud in sight. Let so much God in my body that my bones built a temple and my skin became a stained glass window. Look at me deep in the daylight. See a crucifixion of ancestral saints who defied death and pressed blood for freedom. Call me Harriet. Call me Nina Nefertiti, Amina, Ya Asantua. I am freedom. A riot, a violent cry, a clear interpretation of holy scripture, reparations on stolen land, all the forgiveness a nigga get but don't deserve, a clear conscience. I am the second coming, a split of consciousness from an unknown dimension, a seed of semen penetrating an open egg. I am life more abundantly, exceedingly above all you could ever ask or think. I am Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. Mahatma Gandhi all the fuck around and found out what freedom really tastes like when your mind belonged to you. When your thoughts mimic the descriptions God wrote on your mother's womb, when the devil ain't a hiding place or a hindrance, and they gonna say this is blasphemous. But you can't convince a trapped bird that he's trapped when his master has shaped his perception of freedom, convinced him to find joy in his bondage, even though he knows that nothing around it feels free, that nothing about it has ever felt free. Pinned between a threat and reward, between fear and conditional love. We pray to the only God we have ever known. We live on breadcrumbs of hope, on motivational sermons. We roam having a form of godliness but lacking its power. Where is the power? Where is the evidence? Why isn't the love more evident? Tell me, how many fruitless trees can grow from a garden before we start to examine the soil?
Ooh.
That's half of it. I'm still working on the ending, but
You just gonna drop the last piece like that?
yeah, just a little something I'm working on, y'all.
I love the evidence and
Whoa.
the of it.
Yes, where is the evidence? Yeah.
Your poetry is so powerful. I'm like, we need to have like a whole feature of just poems from you. You know, like Felicia.
Yeah, it's
so
coming.
great.
2025 is coming. It's 2025 is coming. And Bruja's gonna bless us with something, y'all. Listen. And by the way, I got a chance to see. I believe it was Bruja. It was your one woman show that you did at the cafe.
Yes, from
Oh my God, it was absolutely phenomenal. And anytime that I get a chance to see Bru perform, it's always such a wonderful and beautiful and blessed experience. So I'm so glad that she's here and she's gonna bless us with something tonight, y'all. We lucky.
So much. So I have been working on my one woman show from poor to rico, and we're in talks of doing it at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater in February, where we've been doing our Final Friday slams, and where we will continue to do our Final Friday slams the last Friday of every month. And so I also have my this musical that I wrote called Boogie Rican Boulevard, and it's the first 15th anniversary since I did it at PRTT. And one of the characters that was played by my daughter at the time did this song called It's Not So Bad.
Mm.
And really that character is the daughter of Lola, who came from a poem, who came from working in Hunts Point and seeing, sex trafficking and sex, everything, drugs, everything. And so she's the daughter of that character. If you've ever seen my poem on HBO Def Poetry Jam, that character came from that, which turned into a one-woman show. But anyway, this character sings this song, and it's not so bad. I don't know if I should just read it or if I should try to sing it. What do you think?
Ooh, sing it, Bru.
Sing it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Me. Now, mind you, this character, her mother just hustled her for $5 to go buy drugs, and has left her standing there with the hopes that her mother was going to read her a story and be with her.
Mm.
I search for you, but don't know why. 'Cause every day you pass me by, don't even notice when I cry. But I don't care what people see. You're beautiful as you can be. You'll always be mommy to me. It's not so bad for me. I'm not so sad, you see. And even when you leave, my heart waits patiently. It's okay that you're so free. You don't have time to play with me. It doesn't mean I'm not happy. I see you there, then watch you leave. I guess my love's not what you need. It's not so bad as it may seem. It's not so bad for me. I'm not so sad, you see. And even when you leave, my heart waits patiently. Mommy. And Lola says, I deserve a vacation. And for $5, I could fly to anywhere. Forget Paris. I know how to travel without a passport. Mommy, 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 mommy. It's not so bad. At least you made me. It's not so bad. At least they saved me. It's not so bad. At least you feel free. It's not so bad. I'm not so sad. See. That's it.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Little late night wow.
Literally, yeah. I was getting kind of teary eyed listening to you because I could when you gave the visual, when you gave kind of like the setup of the scene, I could see as you were singing it, I could see it, and I could see the little girl.
If you go to YouTube and you enter "It's Not So Bad" Boogie Boulevard, you'll see my daughter at 9 years old, Espada de la Luz, singing it and killing it every night. I cried when I wrote it, so it makes sense that you feel the and she would like every night that house was where the whole crowd would be crying.
What did you see to type in?
It's called "It's Not So Bad." The musical is called Boogie, like Boogie Down, Boogie Rican, like Puerto Rican, Boogie Rican Boulevard.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Very charming, very sweet.
Much love, everybody. I'm and so grateful in space with all of you. Always. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing that.
Love to your daughter. She's got a nice name, eh? Hope.
Karina Espada, yeah.
It's Not So Bad, Boogie Rican Boulevard. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube.
Thank you. So 15 years ago, time flies, but we stay creative. You know, that's what we do. That's what keeps us going and transform.
Yeah.
The blessing to be creative. That's the healing force.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's the healing force. So keep going, keep being creative. Thank you so much, Brew. Can we give some love to Brew? Can we unmic and give some love? That was such a blessing.
Yes. Love, yes.
Oh man. Whew.
My over here is crying too.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, oh, Brew. Oh, the puppy.
Lolita LeBron Chardonnay.
Lolita.
Yeah, the new addition.
That's a name.
But what's the full name again?
Lolita LeBronx. And
Lolita LeBronx.
Chardonnay clan, because I had Pinky Chardonnay who would rip shit to shards. So
love you, Blue.
Love you too.
Well, Lolita made her debut on the online live stream.
Oh man,
I love it. I love it.
What a soft way to end our first round. Like, thank you guys so much for this first round, for being open, for being vulnerable, for sharing your heart. Oh man.
Thank you, Ron. Oh, you didn't give Ron a chance.
Yeah. Oh wait, Ron, you got something?
No, unfortunately not today. I'll promise I have something for the in-person wow when we go back to the Loy Cider Center. But if you'd like me to, I can briefly let everyone know what's coming up at the New York Poets Cafe.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
And then also, but before Ron get started with that, if you have one more piece, please pull it out. If you have one more piece, please pull it out. And Ron, take it away.
Thank you. And we have Finn Bell who joined us. I know she most likely will want to perform in the second round. But yeah, hey, welcome everyone. I'm Ron Mark Thompson. I'm the program and operations assistant and your tech assistant here in the backend. And Felicia, this is my first time helping you on the tech end for an online open mic you're hosting, and you're doing pretty great. I was a little bit anxious at the beginning, but you are doing amazing though. Like, I want you to do more online open mics with us.
Thank you. Don't give me any ideas.
I know. But hey, we're keeping Felicia pretty busy. You're going to see it in a second when I pull up. But yes, so as many of you may know, our New York Poets Cafe is closed at the moment, new reconstruction. But we are continuing our many programs. Look at this. Tonight is our first program of the new year online. Tomorrow is our regular weekly online open mics on Thursday. That one is hosted by Elemental, and that one actually was started almost 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, by our executive director, La Brua. So we are going strong here 5 years later, and we're still holding our online open mics. I know Dr. C and Lenton attend and participate almost every week, so we're happy about this. And here on the screen is one of our newest programs we started a few months ago, facilitated by Charlie Vasquez, an online workshop, meditation and stream of consciousness poetry every first and third Saturday of the month. I apologize, I have an old flyer here, but the next one is coming up on Saturday the 4th, this Saturday at 12 p.m. Same ticket link, neweurekan.org/calendar. And that one, if you are not zooming in from New York City, you can still, attend that one online. Charlie is a great teacher, so I definitely recommend that one. Oh, you know what? Now I know why it is, because I have the wrong slides. Here we go. Sorry, my fault. This is the right flyer here. So every first and third Saturday of the month, including this Saturday the 4th. But, so these are the online programs, and this Saturday, and I'm so glad La Brua is here, because we are holding our first in-person event in Lower Manhattan, Three Kings Day celebration. Three Kings Day is on Monday the 6th, so on Saturday the 4th, 3 days from today, we are going to Battery Park City, Lower Manhattan, 6 River Terrace, free. Anyone who is in New York City, come on by. Free event. La Brua is hosting. It is for families, so you can bring your children, your nephew, your nieces. We will have artwork, we will have music, food, free food, and we will also have a limited open mic toward the end. So stop by for this Saturday, 3 p.m. January 4th. We love to see you. You don't even have to get a ticket in advance. Just show up, come on down to Lower Manhattan if you can make it. We will not live stream this, so you have to be there in person if you want to see the amazing performances there. And then next week, we're going to go back to our regular weekly and monthly programming. Mondays, you may know, we do our New Regan Bowery Slam. Dr. C. Page has performed there many times, and even won at least one time. I remember she made it all the way to the final Friday Slam, which is happening also on January 31st. But Felicia, she will be back at the Lois Sider Center. First Wednesday of every month, February. We will be back on 9th Street in the Lower East Side, 6 p.m., not 8 p.m., 6 p.m. And on the second and fourth Wednesday of every month, that's when Supreme hosts the open mic there. Same location, Lois Sider Center, 6 p.m. Those are in-person open mics. We do live stream them, just like we live stream tonight's session, but you cannot perform online. So if you want to perform, you have to come in person. So we hope to see you there. If you like Felicia's hosting here in Zoom tonight and you want to see her in person, come on the first Wednesday in February, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th, February 5th. Stop by and see and greet her and perform with us on stage. And Felicia, I almost forgot, you're also going to be back at the International Center of Photography, Thursday, January 16th. We don't have a theme yet, but it's already confirmed, 6 p.m., which is also in the Lower Manhattan, and not too far from where the cafe is located on the Lower East Side. And Felicia, I know these open mics are just amazing. All the performers and attendees, they love them. So we're glad that you're going to be back there January 16th. Check that out if you can make it. And also, last but not least, Felicia, in case you didn't know, besides the New Regan Poets Cafe, she also facilitates workshops at the Langston Hughes House in Harlem every Saturday, 2 p.m. She can tell you more about those. Follow her, get on her mailing list, or come in person to her workshops. They are just as amazing. You get so much out of this. It is very productive. Many poems are written there and performed. So I and the New Regan Poets Cafe do recommend those as well. Now, there are many other events I didn't mention. Just go to our link tree or our calendar, neweurekan.org/calendar. I will put that in the chat. And thank you also to those who were able to donate when they got their free tickets for tonight. You are welcome anytime to help us out. Go to newregan.org/contribute. We are a non-for-profit organization, so all your donations are tax deductible. And as you can see from the few slides that I showed you, and if you go to our calendar, we do offer a mix of programming, both free and ticketed. So, we always welcome any donation, no matter how small or big. We really appreciate everything. So on that note, Felicia, let me hand the mic back to you. I will put more information in the chat, but thank you again, everyone, for being here today. Our first virtual Women Orator Wednesday. Felicia, you're just amazing. By the way, Felicia, I love that flag in the background behind you.
You see it? You
Yes.
see it?
It's amazing.
Phenomenal host. Phenomenal.
Thank you, Bru. I love, it's my little trademark, my little Zoom trademark. I call it, and funny enough, I've had so many poets come from out of town and stay at my house, and I have this what I call the poet's chair, and I'm actually sitting in the poet's chair. But some of my favorite poets, from London, and from LA have come, and we've hung out, and but yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here rocking out with y'all. This is my first one. This is actually my first time showing my face in about 2 weeks. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I was really sick, really, really bad. And I was just in the bed and couldn't even get out of bed. could barely get out of bed. So I'm so grateful to be back, to be back and to see people, even though it's virtually. So I'm glad that these are the first faces that I'm seeing in 2025 and the first poems I'm hearing, and I'm so grateful. Okay, so I want to do our last little speed round. If you have another poem, does everyone have another poem? Yeah, we ready to go? Let's go. We coming in 2025 strong. All right. Okay. So let's get to it. All right. Well, start us off, Charlie.
Oh, I don't have another poem, so I'll just listen for this.
Okay.
I think have you got Finn Bell in the room?
Oh, Finn, are you here?
Finn, you may unmute yourself. Welcome to our Women Orator Wednesday here.
Hi, folks. Sorry I was late. I got the time wrong. I really thought it was
right.
6 my time.
Right. You're right on time for our second round. Do you have a poem?
Yes. How long is it allowed to be?
You did about 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Should I share right now?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
floor is yours.
Okay, so this is more or less the last poem that I wrote, the last full poem I wrote from last year. So hopefully that's a harbinger for good things. So this is called Story Embodied. My body has been journeying longer than memory can retain. Ancient mothers holding up patterns, parts of me bending in praise of the soil that kisses my feet, in fear of dying en route. Ancestral hands straighten the pin of my burdened spine, lifting my heart, to be looked upon by the sun, to slice it with burning rays awake. I am not allowing myself to fall down. We have a wasteland ahead of us, a promise given that beyond these waters are inviting, baptizing, the limbs of plants tangled to provide us a bed, the gentle leaf landing of a home becoming ours, a home found, smelling sweetly of the countryside we have lost. I bring with me a bone-weary body. A history has wrenched me from existing. I am culpable in an erasure, a rewriting, waist deep into killing fields, an irrigation of blood rewashing my story. I do not know where this journey takes us, becoming family in flight. I only know we must continue trudging, ignoring hunger, gnawing away our gut, where we remember want and forget ancestry. Only the bloodied blisters on the soles of our feet tally our history in kilometers. Brutality, the drawing of blood, submission. Stand up once more. Farther and farther from what we have always known, homeland is a guardian, We will stand up once more. Rape. Mocking a rematriation back to my body, a ritual perpetuated to separate me from self, from ownership of me. Submission persists. I am standing. I am falling down. I stand up once more. I am nestled in the womb that began my story. I will walk upon its shifting walls and remain, even as I depart and dissolve comfort of home, confuse and dilute my concept of identity. In this borrowed homeland, I scream. No voice emerges from my throat, but a mother hears the keening in a vast foreign wilderness. In the womb, I am still toiling to emerge from, clinging to its contractions, fearful. I breach. My legs a stoppage of territory, leaking out the birth canal and abandoning who I am. I have unknowingly declared myself conquered territory. Thank you.
Woof.
Oh, so powerful. Can we unmute for a few?
And it's not only powerful in your vulnerability, but you have also proved yourself a griot like we Africans are. You know,
Thank you so much.
That means the Filipino griots are awesome. Forgive me for saying
storytelling, yes.
LKN is phenomenal, and Lawin and a few of them, totally awesome.
Yeah, it's so powerful. Thank you so much, Fiend. Can we unmute and give Fiend some love?
Woo! Thank you.
Powerful.
Oh, Finn.
Finn is amazing. Finn also guest hosted some of our online open mics, and she did workshops with the New Eureka Poets Cafe. We really appreciate Finn Bell. We're so happy.
Yeah,
He's a
what a blessing and honor.
48/7.
It's a blessing and honor to have you join us. We're glad you got to have you first 2025. Okay, we're going to keep it going. Dr. Z, you ready? All right, rock out.
Cool. This is one that actually came out of some feedback from Tony McPherson's Slam Workshop this last month. It's called The Vagina Dialogues. It's not a monologue because it's not a secret and I'm not ashamed of it. Unfortunately, there's an open dialogue about my vagina now, a societal microscope with sex as the slides. Therefore, I'm going to answer some questions one time only to prevent a second by sharing a listicle from someone who had testicles and a vulva in the same lifetime. 1. Conservatives unlawfully claim my vagina's a dandelion, a weed caught by a lawnmower, mangled and sutured. Instead, I'm ripe for the plucking with someone I can be trusting. I'll require a patient partner to work past the trauma of being equipped with the wrong bits and forced to use the wrong hole for years through the back door to my bedroom to half enjoy womanhood as the stigma is staggering. 2. My vagina was molded into a sea conch, spiraling throughout like a fractal, resounding to the infinite echoes of pleasing sounds between the walls of mountains. The possibility of what can be inserted is endless, sands of an hourglass dribbling down a countdown till someone can swim in my ocean again. Waves crash onto me, dribbling out afterward onto twisted bed sheets, cradling my body with comfort. 3. My vagina will always be assigned male, a mistake a doctor made that can never be corrected. I need to use a medical grade dilator every day to remind me that my vagina's storefront will close if I don't attend to it. Like a surgeon is the valet forever holding the keys to my contentment. My penis was thrown out of an OR as biohazard material, losing something unwanted and dangerous to my mental health. Yet I'm still going through hell to be recognized as myself. 4. Why must I continue telling you? I'm begging you, it's the same story. My vagina, not yours. I'm no longer jealous because it's mine and I own it. Still, I own the onus of proving I deserve it to an administration hostile toward my earning it. I found the beauty of damaged skin, and like my kin, I aspire to dream that society can accept it, accept me, and affirm the reality of my experience. I'm a woman, and I've always been one to deny my difference, but now I've grown to love embracing it, because I deserve it. I deserve to exist. Poem.
Let's go, Z. Yes.
Oof.
Let's unmute and give
Clutching
some
my
love.
pearls and everything. Yes.
I
Yes.
deserve it. Mm-hmm.
Ew.
I deserve it. So powerful. So powerful. Oh, wow. Whew. Women Orators Wednesdays, y'all. This is what it's about.
You know, Felicia, this kudos to our executive director Brewer for having started the Women Orator Wednesdays
Yes.
many years ago, and Felicia for you, you know, to continuing to host it. Performances like this, you know, this is so important. You know, we may not be able to hear them elsewhere, though. So,
Exactly what it's about. Absolutely what it's for. It's so wonderful to see us at this point, you know, all together and sharing these truths, you know, things that, you know, people try to silence. So,
Yes.
so happy to be a platform for your truth. What a blessing, what a privilege.
Yes. Thank you, Z. And keep speaking your truth loud, because the world needs to hear it. The world needs to hear it. So blessings to you. All right, we'll keep going. Azuka, are you ready? You ready? I think you're still muted. All right, rock out, mama.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, rock out, mama.
This is from my last book, To the Last Azúcar. To my jigsaws. I have always been looking for a puzzle piece to my soul, never expected some to rid me of my peace. They say love is supposed to be easy, natural, effortless, but not without its trials. You learn how to smile through the rain. It's not so you stay and get drenched or taken by the torrential waves from your shoes. It's so you have found the ground, unshakable, unbreakable, impenetrable. When two become one, they fit without question. One breathes in when the other breathes out. The yin to the yang to the yin, they make sense. Their flames ignite each other at all times, not to look cool or to bring the heat, but to sustain, to maintain, to grow bigger, to light the way for their legacies. The air feels cleaner, the sun shines brighter, the obstacles don't feel heavier when we are in this together. You can rest because you have found a forever home. You can sing because your band will never break up, but grow and expand to acknowledge the elevation of consciousness and measures in the beats, in the chords of the music in your heart. You can throw away your masks because you found beauty in all of your scars. You found strength in your uniqueness. You found power in all the layers of you. No need to hide your truth. The air in which you exist has the capacity to hold everything you provide. When you find that puzzle piece, don't jam it into your sky because it looks pretty for you to see. Caress its edges, understand its grooves, find its perfect place to shine, to empower, to ground itself in destiny, and radiate life into your community. Love, Azúcar.
So powerful. Thank you, Azúcar. Can we unmute and give some love?
Woo!
bravo, bravo. Amazing.
Thank you, Azúcar. All right, we'll keep it going. Aubrey.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, I have a short one.
Let's go.
Am I allowed to cuss or no?
Yeah, let it out.
Okay. This one doesn't have a title, but maybe you guys can give it a title. Okay. I'm a down bitch, but I shouldn't be. My past traumas taught me I should turn up my nose. I'm better than you, and it shows. I don't know what will happen today. I usually have a plan. I'm a blue bird with nowhere to land. Head in the sand. Look up. It's time. You're not mine. I turn my face away, but I can feel myself sinking in your bullshit. It's my life, I guess. I want to share emotions, but not secrets. This energy is sacred. Wondering which way it is pointing me. I know which way is up, and I know how to fill my cup, but I can't help if I'm in love. Say, I'm done. Right. That's it. That's it.
Good. Yeah, let's go. Keep it going, y'all. Let's give some love to Aubrey.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I gotta get back to you on your title, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get back to you on the title. We're gonna see. But I love the opening.
Part of it was inspired by another girl. I don't know her name. But I just want to put that out there that it was inspired by someone else.
Okay, good. Still good. Awesome. Thank you, Aubrey. All right. Kayla, you still with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. So this one is called Honestly, What's Love? Waterfalls and Rivers. Honestly, what's love? The question we all long for. What is love? Love is a drug that you and I fiend for. It's LSD times 3, and TLC was already telling me that those waterfalls weren't for me, but those river and lakes weren't pleasing me. Waterfalls, hallucinations had its hold on me, gaslighting me, manipulating me, and I still couldn't see. Waterfalls left some people only being able to see RIP, but I don't think y'all are hearing me. Honestly, what's love? Did you not hear me? I said in Dangerous Love, Part 1 Love Collection, that love is just a progression to obsession that then leads to depression, but I see that you still went back to waterfalls. After you give rivers and lakes yet another venting session, and you still ain't realized waterfalls was nothing but a fraud. And rivers and lakes simplicity would give you mental stability, and you still ask me, what is love? But all you know is toxicity, and you keep asking me. Wait, I realize that rivers sometimes lead to waterfalls, and maybe that's your reason for never leaving, but you still see the downfall, and yet you kept riding along. Let me explain. Waterfalls will have you hallucinating, making you think your mind and body is rejuvenating, yet the pressure will crumble you and leave you soulless and have you wondering, why am I going through this? And when you fall from the top and grabbing and gasping for air, but it's nothing but air because the love was never there, and you asked me, what's love? Everything I explained is everything that isn't love. Honestly, this whole poem showed you what love isn't. And don't let LOVE turn into EVOL, evil, which evolves into RIP. Did you hear me? All because you were blinded by the light and the darkness love may carry. That's it.
Come on, Kayla. Let's unmute and give Kayla some love.
Thank you.
Very powerful. Keep writing, Kayla.
Okay. Question. That's good questions. Very good.
Yeah, keep writing. So beautifully written.
Keep
writing and letting your voice shine, mama. Okay. All right. Jasmine, you got another one?
I sure do.
Hey!
This one's from my book. This is called The Mystique of the Red Dahlia. The strength in her stem keeps her standing above her demons. The deep red in her petals are her scars of perseverance. Reeling you in with her untold story, you might hear of her pain or tales of glory. A rare breed to find, but always a sight to behold. Please want to watch how the mystery unfolds. Thank you.
Wow, I love the imagery in that. Oh, that's beautiful. Listen, if y'all want to hear more, y'all got to go cop my girl's book, okay?
Thank you for the plug. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for sharing, Jasmine. And then Lantern, you got another one?
Yes, dear.
All right.
I'll be myself. It's the new year, so I tend to stay with hope and light. Love dries the copious tears spilling from my broken dreams, the heaviness of loneliness, the stains of deep remorse. Gently, she pats the roses covering the scars where thorns once sat, enmeshed in a foliage of desires. You've done well, she whispers. The light that shines within has erased the darkness of a shadowed past. Arise, my sweet, sweet angel. The brute of past regrets shall no more shine. The fragrance of the dawn is gleaming. I felt my shoulders breathe. My heart cried tears of joy, the soul now laughing with the sun. Love kissed my wounds, no more the toil of suffering and despair, for I was born anew. The voice of freedom sang to me, her bird of hope now perching on my newfound dreams of bliss divine, my lack of expectations. I bowed, paid homage to the light, paid homage to the light. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
I bowed and paid homage to the light, and we pay homage to your light, Lantern. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you.
So powerful, so beautiful. And then I just want to close out and just give the floor to Bruja, just for either another poem or a blessing. We're finished with our last round.
Okay. Wow. Lantern Carrier, always wow. So, oh my goodness, just it's so soothing and peaceful. It's like timeless.
Yeah, it rocks you.
Yeah, very enjoyable. Okay, since WOW is acronym, right, for Women Orator Wednesday, and I like acronym poetry, and I'm gonna close it out with WAP because a lot of people know it from.
Oh yes, I think I've heard this one.
Yes, I've done this in my show, and I have a video for it too. If you go to YouTube and you look up La Bruja WAP, women aren't protected. Words as projectiles. We are persecuted, wishing away pain, watching angry people, wanting all parts, weathered against patriarchy, wrangled as property, wearing aprons professionally, welcoming angels presently, wittingly arming prowess, wimpish assholes, prod, WAP. That's a WAP, that's a WAP, that's a WAP. Why ask presidents who act poisonously whether America punishes with abandonment purposefully while amounting pesos with arrogant pride, walking around pedophiles who adore pussy? Whiskerless, errant, pure. Wednesdays are penciled with addresses privately. Wi-Fi accesses, pornography. Women arrive posturized, weddings arranged prematurely, whatever asses provide. That's a WAP, that's a WAP, that's a WAP. WAP. Widow adolescents placate. Whispering alarms penetrate. Why, asked Poppet, will anyone persevere? White Sarin prosecuted well at a purpose. Went around, popping wide, arrayed pills, whatever addiction pleases. We aren't prepared, wrestling against poverty while acting puny, washing areas profusely. Winds agitate pollution. Why aren't people wide awake polemically? Where's afterlife pointing? Which is aligned powers wishing altruistic peace? WAP adamantly penalized, wet and pink. Warriors attack politics. What you think? Always pushing. We ain't playing. Why ask permission? We are pissed. We are Amazons procreating, wild and promiscuous. We're all psychos. We're all prostitutes, well aware prudes, watched and perceived, well groomed and pretty. Writing acronym poetry. That's a WAP, that's a WAP, that's a WAP, that's a WAP. WAP.
Give it up for Bruja, the one and only La Bruja, y'all.
La Bruja, your WAP is like a rap, you know, a rhythmic, rhythmic, you know, a lot of beats going there at the same time.
I had a top career once.
That's a WAP, that's a WAP, that's a WAP, and that's a rap, that's a rap, that's a rap.
Estupendo.
Man,
after hearing that, all men better be aware. You know, that's like, I love that. You know, that's wow.
And it is a WAP. That's it. Wow. One wow. Our first wow of 2025. Woo!
Woo! Hallelujah.
Give it up yourselves, ladies.
Let us rejoice.
Yes, history in the making.
Yes, and this is going to be such a powerful and beautiful and prosperous year. So follow us at the New Rican Poets Cafe. We have an amazing lineup of events this year that are popping off. Things are getting bigger and brighter. And thank you so much again, Brew, for trusting me with this platform and WOW is going to grow and expand. And I'm so glad to be able to just rock out with y'all for the first day of 2025. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all rocking out with us. And we are so grateful for that.
Felicia, thank you from London and everyone over here, and Happy New Year to you all. Thank you to Ron Mark Thompson and the illustrious La Bruja, and of course to all the avid listeners and poets, Illumined Poets here tonight.
Yes, and thank you so much, Ron and Jasmine and the team at the cafe. Ladies, thank you for coming through. Z, thank you so much for sharing your work, and we're so glad to be your first event after your transition, and many blessings to you with that, and welcome. So sending you all the love. And ladies, just for being vulnerable tonight, thank you. Continue to write, continue to open your heart and express yourself. If you're not already following the New Rican Poets Cafe, follow New Rican Poets Cafe on Instagram. You can follow me at Rise Felicia, not by Felicia, but Rise Felicia. And also make sure that you check out Jasmine's book. And next month we will be back at the Low East Sider Center at 6 p.m. And it's gonna be February. It's gonna be the month of love. So we gotta come out. We gotta show out.
My birthday.
And thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I pray that the rest of your, I don't know if you guys got any more time off. I know I got to go back to work tomorrow. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your time off if you have it. Am I missing anything, Ron?
Nope, we're all good. Come and see us. If you're in New York City, Saturday, La Brua will be hosting Free Kings Day celebration. And, see Felicia will be back at the Loy Cider Center February 5th. And at the International Center of Photography, January 16th. So we look forward.
January 16th. And we'll be posting it. You'll see it come up on the page. That's
right. Just follow us. Go to our link tree. If you're not yet signed up for the mailing list, Jasmine will send out another newsletter tomorrow. So do it tonight if you're not on our mailing list. Many amazing programs coming up. Thank you, Felicia. That was a great first start of the year. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you again, Ron. Love you, Brew. Love you, ladies. Thank you, Lantern.
Love you.
Feliz
año nuevo.
Bye. Thank you.
Everybody.